really. Abed, Envy. The question is, who's playing the Shadow Shaman? We also saw Pi on the Shadow Shaman earlier this week.
Yeah. I think it's that.
There's always something to have in the back of your mind.
The thing is that doesn't the bear just eat the wards? Like the bear just runs up and eats the snake.
Yeah. It's okay. So
I reckon Envy has shown a fondness for Weaver tournament so far. He does like the Weaver.
Yeah. We'll see what the
so far Secret can't catch a Weaver.
Yeah. It depends on how aggressive they're gonna be overall. So I think Secret needs a little bit more team fight, a little bit more control. Their 4 positions are that they have options for Earth Spirit, Earth Shaker. They could take Tide in the offlane as well, but it's rough because like Razor changes everything. A lot of the heroes that FATA would want to play, I think, in this game are suddenly like kind of eh.
Yeah.
But I think any sort of stun, something that can just run at them.
Something that can just run at them. Maybe not a stun, but definitely a silence. That will help.
Yeah. It was their preferred combo too. They were opening Witch Doctor NS against Liquid 2 games in a row.
What is it about this combo that they like, do you think? Witch Doctor nice?
I think it's very aggressive. Their supports are very, very strong in the early and the mid game. It allows their cores to snowball really hard. It's good damage, good amount of catch. You roam the map. NS gives you good vision as well.
Yeah.
Like, think about the map, Ted. It's the way that it works. If you have a hero that's very quick on the map, and especially at nighttime, just like owns it and runs very fast.
Yeah.
It means that if you're trying to gank this lone druid, what the Night Stalker will do is he'll create like a barrier essentially. He'll scout ahead at all times so that if you run into the NS and you kill him, it's kind of an irrelevant death because what he's trying to do is make sure that his lone druid doesn't.
Yeah. Oh, Enchantress. We have seen her banned a hell of a lot. We haven't seen her get through too often, but she makes it through today.
But is it support bench? And the Omni Knight offlane?
I'd imagine so, unless this is some like crazy. We did see support shaman, so like who knows?
Yeah.
Dota's like crazy for me right now. Especially with these 2 teams.
Anything is possible. What is the most likely scenario in this one? Omni Knight offlane, Shadow Shaman support, Enchantress support?
Yeah.
And then they just need an Abed hero or Envy hero, depending on who's playing Razor?
God, Enchantress and Omni.
Fnatic's turn.
Brenda. Bat right.
Oh, Bat.
That's your FATA hero right there. It's nice.
Yeah, it's
during the draft. Like the later picks, they get so more loud.
Yeah, they do.
So much more loud. So
we listen a lot.
We we can listen in a lot better.
I actually tried to like block it out so I can guess.
But you can't. You could block that out. There's no chance.
I couldn't.
No.
But I just try to talk fast and a lot so that there's always so that I only hear
you. Yeah, that makes sense. Like you're. Yeah, they were talking about.
Because I could look like a genius and be like, oh yeah, this is gonna be easy Bat Rider pick.
Easy bet.
But I feel like that misrepresents.
Also, at other events, if I've tried to pull that off at events where I can't hear the draft, they'd say, what's happened to Pyrian? He had 100% guess rate on the picks and bans. And now
we invited you because you were the draft king.
You picked every one of the picks and bans for the entire tournament at DreamLeague. What's happening?
What changed?
5 seconds.
But no, but Lifestealer, the one they mentioned, is of course a great hero to have together with the Bat Rider. But they end up going for the Visage instead. Ooh. And that is a core Visage.
A lot of people have been playing this lately.
Yeah.
A mid-1 Visage? Have we seen mid-1 Visage before?
I don't think so. We saw Abed one.
So. Yeah,
we saw Abed.
Abed played it. Kuro played it. I don't think of anyone else.
Highlight Die played it yesterday.
Yeah, like this. Yeah, that's right. The support Visage. Yeah.
People are liking Visage lately.
I mean, he's super good.
Yeah. Shout out to Gods.
Is he a top Visage player?
He
is a Visage player.
Visage player. Yeah. When Visage came out, he spammed it for.
Hey, he's one of the top in NA, isn't he? 300th NA.
Yeah, he's like ranked 200. Yeah. Put some respect on Parker's name.
You just flamed him.
What? How?
I said to you, is he a good Visage? And you said he's a Visage, like implying that he's not good.
He's very.
All right. What do we need here for a last pick for Fnatic? They got the tower pushed down. they have only lockdown in the Shadow Shaman, so maybe a little bit more in that department.
I wonder how they feel about Gyro or like Lifestealer or something like that for themselves.
Why heroes like that? What do they need from it?
They're good in the lane against both these heroes, and it's good AoE, good control.
Choose
Oh.
your
Weaver,
hero.
yeah.
Sir Weaver.
He does like that Weaver.
Weaver it is.
Really does like the Weaver.
All right,
Pi looks real happy.
he does.
Pi Omni. He might not die so much.
Is it actually
Omni.
Pi Omni?
Yeah.
It's
Who's playing
Universe
Shaman?
Enchantress.
DJ
It's
Shaman.
DJ Shaman.
DJ Shaman, Universe Enchantress. All right, should be an exciting one, gentlemen. It is grand finals time. Game 1. Will, you're up first. Who do you think is going to take this first game?
Secret.
How about you, Ted? Secret as well? There's no faith.
Take Fnatic then, Sheeps.
I'll go for Fnatic. Easy. Done. I think that's how easy that was.
You want to get money on that?
No.
Okay.
Best of 5. Grand finals. ODPixel and Fogged.
Thank you very much, Steve. Yes, we're getting ready for Game 1 of Fnatic versus Team Secret here in the Grand Finals of the Corsair DreamLeague Season 9. I'm ODPixel, I'm here with Fogged. We've just
Hello
seen the lineups. We are getting some things a little different.
Yes,
We're
we
seeing
are.
The one that screams out to me, a Pylite Die Omni Knight. When did we last see someone play this hero in the support capacity?
Not too often. I think, like, for me, the two things stand out: Pilot Eye Omni Knight and Midone playing Visage. That's a bit of a change-up, but he has been playing these different heroes. All right. This could be pretty interesting. They picked the last pick Weaver because they have it, you know, it's not really that crazy amount of disables. There's the Bat Rider, Lasso, and the other disables aren't really so reliable. I do believe that's why. However, it is versus Night Stalker. The fear can be pretty devastating. And also, Bat Rider has a pretty damn good game here. They have a natural form of initiation on the side of Secret, while Fnatic, they don't really have that, right? They look like they want to just like group up and take fights.
Let's see what sort of lanes we get out of these two. There's definitely some dominant player-hero combinations coming through. I mean, the Ace Lone Druid, we all remember what happened last time in a DreamLeague Grand Finals when he got that hero.
I wonder what lane matchups we're going to get. Because I think, like, Universe, he can't be lane versus the Bat Rider as the Enchantress. That's the most important thing. He wants to be placed versus that Lone Druid. So they're going to... He's trying to scout out right away. Both wards actually placed, like, identically on top of each other from Fnatic and Secret, scouting out that top lane.
So with Pi on the Omni Knight, is it like what is the reason why we don't really see the Omni played in support? It is
You need
pretty much
levels.
already on it. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is, like, you need levels, and you actually do a decent amount with farm. You are able to, like, you survive longer, you get more of your spells off in the team fights, you can actually be in the middle of the fray, while as a support, sometimes you can be a bit squishy, a bit susceptible to get locked down, and you can't get your spells off properly. So I think for me, I think when they saw, like, this Night Stalker, they see this big silence.
So you think that's when they moved it? So
That's
you
when
think
they moved it.
they came into this draft with the initial plan to have it as a universe hero?
Probably, but then, you know,
Yeah,
that's the beauty of Dota, you can just make those adjustments.
Yeah.
As it plays out. And they do scout the lanes, as we were mentioning, so initially they saw the Enchantress up top, so we see FATA is moving toward top, but Fnatic, they read the switch. They're switching Universe toward bottom, so they will get the matchups that they wanted. The Weaver versus the Bat, and the Enchantress versus that Lone Druid.
The mid one, our best matchup in the middle lane. It's going to be very exciting to watch this. These two SEA giants of the mid lane.
Feels a bit tough for the Visage, because you're a very slow hero, so you are always going to be, you're bound to get grabbed up by that static link. Even though it's only a 5 MS for the Razor advantage, you should pretty much get a bit of your damage stolen every single time, like 10 or 15, which is more than enough for the Razor to get those initial last hits.
At the moment, Pi. This goes to level 1 repel. This is right, clicking down FATA and YapzOr. Gonna make sure that MV can get some farm out of that lane.
Puppey. They're body blocking that hard camp since they're versus an Enchantress. They don't want Universe to get that enchant and get those creeps up. But yeah, top. I do believe they... Sure, the Weaver is very good versus that Barrier, but the fact that they have this dual lane, I think Pi has to be a bit careful with that repel usage. Every time you use repel to remove those stickies, right after that repel goes down, that's when you're going to see Secret try to play a bit aggressive here. Pi's already got 5 stacks. But they've got wands, that's the beauty of it too, so, or sticks, so they'll be able to get that free mana always constantly up there. Fnatic, they got the lanes they wanted, and it's already looking pretty decent.
Yeah, getting those slight edge off the back of the first wave or so of CS. Fnatic's 3 cores, as you can see.
Yeah, and they're slowing down Lone Druid's farm. Ace only has 2 last hits at the moment because of the base damage coming out clearly. Like Enchantress, 63 base damage, and Shadow Shaman, we know, 77 base damage. DJ constantly trying to go for those denies. Puppey again trying to body block that hard camp. Going for the bounty rune. Will get grabbed up here for now.
Universe will make sure that he's able to take that for himself. We'll give Puppey a little bit of the rundown, but a quick Savage Roar comes through from Ace's Bear. Pushes Universe away, so he won't be able to continue to chase that down. Mid lane, Abed holding the CS advantage at the moment in this 1v1. 10 for 5 against the 5 for 1 of Hitmon.
As we said, right? It's a bit of a hard matchup for that Visage, so you get some levels. You have to use Grave Chill pretty much every single time that static link comes out, and now Abed already has boots. He will be able to always get on top of mid one to get maximum link damage.
So, bit of a go onto Pipe. Quickly pops the Purification in the Repel, and will be able to easily walk it off. And MV, as we said, he's getting the farm up here. He's even able to get a bit aggressive onto FATA. Does have to be careful. Got the full one though, so quick burst of that.
YapzOr having Illusion Rune, putting in so much damage onto Envy there with those right clicks.
Do have full mana on Pi, so they can go for quick Purification nuke as well. I guess it is only level 1, not really the biggest amount of damage.
I mean, these illusions are actually really obnoxious for Fnatic. It's really helping Secret come back in this lane up top, as you were mentioning. All 3 cores farming incredibly well. And mid, constantly Abed just getting pretty much full links onto mid one. 77 damage stolen. Seems like a bit of a problem right now for Secret in this mid lane in particular.
Yeah, I think if you're Secret, you're certainly looking towards the first night time. Puppey to try and make an impression on the Night Stalker, because till that time, very hard for the Night Stalker or the Witch Doctor, as a matter of fact, with the way that Fnatic are laning, to make any sort of moves around the map successfully.
The Knight hits, put some pressure onto DJ and FATA. Will actually get brought down by Envy.
Got him! Alright, Envy. I mean, that was... FATA was milliseconds from getting that TP off. That was pretty damn close.
They saw FATA that whole time walking, because they have that ward placed down initially, so they saw him walking to go pick up his bottle, and Envy takes advantage of that. Very good play by Envy. And continuing all 3 lanes, heavily farming, and look at bottom, DJ just with the constant denies. 7 denies on the Shadow Shaman versus Ace Lone Druid.
Yeah, he's certainly feeling the pressure of these 2. It's not going to be one of those starts where Ace gets the free farm. We've seen it before in his Lone Druid. And this is exactly how Fnatic need to be approaching Lone Druid early on. They are going to have a TP rotation from YapzOr. Puppey comes in with the wraparound. They've got the Maledict upon Universe. FATA coming in as well. This is a heavy rotation. Look at this kill, but Pilar is there with the backup. Purification and Repel. Universe is going to be fine. And at the end of the day, this 4-man movement from Secret, it doesn't get them anything.
I think it's a movement that sure they want to get a kill, but more importantly is the lane switching, because this is clearly just not working at the moment. They're going to keep mid one sacrificed in mid lane, but they can't just keep this, and instantly Fnatic swapping the lanes up again. Envy goes bottom, Universe goes top, so Fnatic real good in this early game.
Bottom lane, Envy. Bringing FATA pretty low. Doesn't want to dive in and attempt for the kill. FATA does have the back of a YapzOr. Puppey's still around this half of the map. Certainly, these lanes that Fnatic did start off with, and sure, Ace has made the move now, but to be honest, if it maybe came just a little too late, as he is already pretty far behind on that Lone Druid.
Yeah, he's only got 12 last hits. He's gonna go claim double bounty runes though with the bear to catch himself up. Getting gold here, Puppey. And YapzOr looking to try to get aggressive here.
Oh, nice blast there from DJ, and in fact, Secret, they're falling leather with a hex out onto Puppey. Puppey is speeding.
Ooh, a regen rune.
He'll take that.
Nothing going in favor of Secret at the moment though. They can't get themselves on the board. The lanes are all just completely Fnatic favored.
Yeah, the lane setup has been perfect for Fnatic. Not going to see a gank attempt onto Abed. Puppey, poised on the mid lane.
Looks like they might wait for mid one to get 6. He's very, very close to that. That's when they do have pretty good kill threat onto Abed here.
And DJ, coming for the attack, has got this shackles after the follow-up. There's the damage though. Envy's trying to get in. Does Shukuchi forward? FATA pops the stick charges for YapzOr. Oh, he's going to be able to pop him.
Too many stacks. Envy underestimating the power.
Diving in a little too far. Does not have level 6 either there on the Weaver, so it was always going to be a risky play from Envy. He gets punished.
Secret needed that kill though to bring them back in. Now, since Ace is top and he's versus the Enchantress in the 1v1 and there's not a Shadow Shaman with such high base damage, he's actually able to catch up a little bit. Still, all three of the cores of Fnatic farming very well. But now that mid one has those familiars, you see him heavily catch up in the last hits because it was initially Abed just crushing the lane, but Midwin's done a great job of recovering.
See where Puppey heads next. He's making the movement up towards top. Pi has been given this lane momentarily, so he can find himself some solo XP. Puppey, sorry, Envy is heading his way back down here.
It is scouted by the ward.
Try.
FATA here. The Firefly's gonna end in a second here, but they can't chase tower.
He learned his lesson from last time. It's not the place he wants to be.
Midwin's just farming Ancients. Now they're throwing Ace toward the mid lane, it looks like, while he does continue to farm that jungle. Dominator's about to be finished for this Visage. That's one of the big power peaks that we talked about at Abed. Does the same thing. He's like, you're gonna Ancient? I can do that too. With the DD, will be pretty efficient.
They are slowly getting Ace back into this, really. He's climbing himself back up the board. I mean, to be fair, between all the cores, it is very, very close this game. I mean, 8.5 minutes in, only 1 for 1.
It's a very slow-paced draft coming out from Secret. Envy. Trying to make an aggressive move here onto FATA.
He does have the time lapse to rely on, but won't look to dive too far. He doesn't quite have the damage to bring down the back.
Yeah, zone him off the tower so they can get damage with this full range creep. Mid one, making the move down.
In lane.
Ace mid.
Going to try and go in. A quick Savage Roar from the bear will push them apart.
Envy wants to get involved too here.
Ace he's relatively low. It's not an easy kill.
He's pretty far away here already.
Got the backup of Puppey as well, so Envy and Universe will not dive anymore.
Top tower is under attack.
We are starting to see all the cores moving from lane to lane all across the map.
Yeah,
still not finding those kills.
Secret's done a great job of splitting them up around the map, but now mid one.
Down to half. He is turning his attention towards DJ to bring down the Shaman, and he will do so. The lasso as well onto Envy. There, out comes the quick repel. Envy will be fine, and in fact, Envy trying to man up and look for mid one. Can he get the kill? He can't. Has the time lapse out of there. Pi now being focused. YapzOr finds the paralyzing cast. The bounces are good for Secret as they slow down Pi. The napalms stack up. Pi will fall as well. Secret get 2. Fnatic unable to get that kill on mid one.
Dire are scanning.
Secret's forcing so many moves around the map, with constantly lane swapping and just having this Visage not really be that mid lane anymore, not pressuring. Fnatic need to respond somehow. They will TP bottom to try to make sure they don't lose this tower. Abed is here, mid one, getting linked up.
Yeah, they've got the control. They're going to chase him down. TP's coming through. Mid1 trying to get out of range, but Envy will be able to chase this. Looks towards the Visage with the Shukuchi. Takes the kill. Mid1 gets punished for hanging around a little too long. YapzOr.
He got too over aggressive too. He dove way into the tower.
He's safe by looks of it. They do have the familiars there as well to back up the Witch Doctor if Envy goes in any further. Actually looking towards the familiars. Will be easily able to micro those away.
Trying to give DJ level 6 now too, so they can threaten some towers with those Serpent Wards. Very close to having that, and Arcane Boots.
I mean, the fact that we're 11 minutes in, and as it stands, it is pretty even between these two teams. Is that fine for both sides, or was there a team that, looking at their draft, you probably would have expected that they would have wanted to be just that little bit ahead at this stage?
I think Fnatic wanted to be a little bit more ahead in the laning phase, because they're playing versus this lone druid, so we've seen time and time again what the hero can do. Ace is going for a Maelstrom build this game, though.
Okay.
A bit intriguing to be switching it up from like the Dominator Radiance that we've been seeing time and time again.
Yeah.
Going for that. He wants to do the range form. teams.
Top, bit of a go onto Pi. They've got the silence. They do have a lasso as well. They feel that it's needed, and they'll drop. Lasso in the death ward to quickly dispatch of the Omni Knight, but the space is there for Universe to finish off the tower.
Nice. Abed, he's looking for the bear. Will he be able to get it from Ace? 160 HP.
I think certainly, yeah, as you say, even though it's even though Fnatic, they slowed down Ace's farm at the very beginning of the lane. But since then, he's certainly recovered.
Yeah, I mean, it's still his breath relatively okay. Just it's like a dead even game in both experience and gold.
Lane Envy. Double damage rune, and they'll actually be able to take down one of the familiars with that. Mid-1 not expecting the quick burst of damage from the Weaver.
But Mid-1 killed every single one of the Serpent Wards. That's the power of Visage. You kill those wards with no problem with your familiars. That whole push just got stopped.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
But mid, Universe with the quick rotation with that siege creep still available.
Yeah, they're getting some early towers, Fnatic. Certainly our Secret, of course, get to be able to start pushing themselves. The second tier 1 will fall the side of Secret's map. It's Fnatic keep their 3 cores just slightly ahead. I mean, this is incredibly close. Again, when all 6 cores are within, you know, 600 or so goals of each other. Ace
Just gets away.
he does. FATA should be fine as well as he fireflies himself to the side. Envy still looking for some action now. Looks towards the courier, but the courier will survive. We'll get him back and out. YapzOr goes to the death ward straight on top of Universe. Will be enough to take down the kill on the Enchantress. Abed, DJ, the rest of Fnatic backing out of there. They will just lose one.
Fata's got the Blink Dagger finished now. They can look to get some pick-off plays here. Can be pretty nice too when you have like Visage and Batrider.
Yeah.
You don't really have to bring so many heroes. You can use the birds a lot of the time to just get kills with the supports and whatnot. But they do have a lot of damage coming in because of what Witch Doctor provides. Maledict is no joke. 2-0-2 already on YapzOr with that urn finished nice and early and 4 points in Maledict. Pi getting stalked by Puppey and Ace. Just fine though. And an instant D-ward. And he's gonna be working toward a Lincoln's. Forest versus a Batrider. Battle for the bounty runes. Puppey getting slowed up here now though.
And they're going to go for the chase here. Pi trying his best with the DJ Aura. Savage Roar will push back Universe, so the damage won't be there, Puppey. Fine.
I actually haven't seen, these teams are really prioritizing getting those bounty runes. I've seen time and time again heroes just almost throwing their lives away for it.
Radiant structure.
Certainly do all add up to quite a bit of gold offset.
Yeah.
One side is able to maintain full control around them.
Maybe. Trying to slow down this push down bottom. Look at all the runes activated by Secret. That's what I was talking about.
Incredibly split across the
Yeah.
field. As you say, whoever's nearby, they're always going to go. Top lane, a bit of a go onto Pi. He's falling very, very low. It does get the purification out in time, but Ace will continue to right-click down, or maybe not. DJ goes for the shackles, but the Savage Roar comes through and the root. Ace will be able to claim one of them.
And DJ might be in trouble too. Fata is here with an invis. The Blink's back up very shortly, but the bottom lane, mid-1.
DJ did manage to pick up the kill onto the Lone Druid Bear with the boards, but it's going to cost him his life. As he gets dragged back, the Fresh Bear is up to avenge the death of Daddy Bear.
And all of his wards now are getting farmed too by Ace. So he does get the 100 Bear, but the one thing is when you're using Serpent wards, and it's not for one of those big objectives, like the Tower or Roche along those lines, it's pretty painful. And YapzOr now getting surrounded.
Envy's deep here. He's trying to find mid-1. Mid-1. Gravekeepers, and now the stick charge is going to be able to keep himself alive. They're looking towards Envy. Envy pushing himself out of there. Sentry has been dropped down. Envy slowed by the Void. They've got the GA from Pi. Envy's just got to get out of there now. Secret trying with the chase. Jump forward from FATA. Gets the flame break knockback. Does he have the damage to finish off Envy? Purification comes in from Pi. It's enough to keep him alive. Envy will get out of there. Abed just looking to dive in onto FATA, but the stick charges keep the bat safe. Abed, he's dove just a little bit too far on that one. A Secret will take him down underneath their own tier 1 tower.
Underestimating Gravekeeper's Club. Top now though. Envy moving around it constantly on this map. Ace will be able to get away.
Straight up TP knows that DJ can't quite close the gap. As it is, yeah, Fnatic just giving up a couple of kills now to Secret each time they try and go for these plays. As sort of individual overestimating of the potential of their heroes at this stage.
Yeah.
As Abed and Envy have to be just a little bit more careful.
Yeah, in particular at nighttime too, right? When they're playing versus a Night Stalker. Yeah. The long duration crippling fear can be quite a problem when they're running this Omni Knight. DJ, under vision, top. FATA will push in the wave. The Shaman runs away. All 3 tier 1s, though, still alive from Fnatic. They've been doing a great job of just reacting to all those movements. You've seen how aggressive Envy's being every single time showing up to the fights, and he's top net worth.
They're actually going into the pit here with the wards this time around. Universe and DJ, a couple of them did smoke forward. There are no wards around this area of the map, so Secret, they should be aware that this is going on. Fnatic, I mean, this might just get away with it.
This is the standard Fnatic play, right? This is #1 Envy priority, getting that Roche.
There is a TP coming across from YapzOr.
Secret knows something is up, it seems, here.
The scan's there from Fnatic. Fnatic know that Secret are in the neighborhood now. The Roche has fallen pretty quickly and it's gone. They managed to get it. Fnatic get the Roche, get the Aegis onto Arbet. Secret couldn't get there in time.
Very clean. Arbet using the plasma field there at the end of the Roche to make sure, like, to scout the area, and it also actually ends up hitting FATA, so he couldn't flick the pit. But they do lose that tier 1 bottom. So the net worth, actually during that, still continues to be Secret.
Yeah, for it to really pay off, they've got to try and achieve something with this Aegis. Fnatic. You can almost guarantee that they'll look to do so. They can still certainly take a fight. The scary thing is, though, Ace, top of the net worth. That man who got pressured early on, he's made the road to the recovery, and this lone Druid, you've seen it before. They can't let him get out of control. They've got to do something about Ace. They just can't let him free farm.
Envy has both a haste and a DD right now at the ready for this bottle. Secret are farming up. YapzOr actually has a Spirit Vessel finished already. Can be very useful, in particular versus the Enchantress and that Omni Knight. Counteracting those heals.
What do you think about the mid one build then?
Yeah, I actually just clicked on him and I saw him going for that Orchid. Interesting. More silences, because this is already going to be... It can be a bit hard for Pi in this game, as we were mentioning, versus that Night Stalker. But this is a great item versus Omni and Weaver.
A nice continuation of the full range build. The Maelstrom Dragon Lance now complete.
Yeah.
So, as you say, always interesting to see the lone Druid out there. There is just this versatility of skill builds that are absolutely viable.
I think in particular, right, he's playing versus a Razor. He wants to be able to keep that distance away. He wants to build into that Hurricane Pike naturally versus it so he doesn't get linked up. But yeah, it is interesting when you see people just switch it up. All of Fnatic in the area here. They still have this DD on Envy in the bottle. And I believe his Linken's is also coming out now. He's actually still short of it. It's a Midas Courier.
I've got that Aegis on Arbet for this push. Orchid is complete on mid one now.
Aggressive glyph again by Fnatic. They've been doing this the entire time.
It's melting here. Got to try and get it back to safety. They will do so. Arbet has got forced to get napalm charges upon himself. Will use himself up into the air. And will back out. Repels on him. From Pi, they'll be able to stand their ground. Ace trying to take the wards down from range. One of the benefits of having this Dragon Lance, you can do safely so.
Yep. They have a lot of ways to kill the wards with this lineup, with the Vistage as well as that Lone Druid build.
Yeah, I like that. That's some smart stuff.
They find a grab onto Pi. They've got to let him die here.
Too many silences. No way for Pi to react to that one. Secret able to put a stop to that Aegis push on the tier 2. Keep the tower alive, get a kill off the back of it, and push Fnatic away.
Yeah, they popped Darkness for that too, so they really just wanted to get the chase out. Even though it's going to be hitting Night within the next few seconds, Puppey prioritized. He's like, we need to get a lot done right now. We need to try to catch them on the retreat. And he actually gets down some very deep aggressive wards during all this too. Envy getting very close to that Linken's, as we're talking about. It's going to be really important so he doesn't get picked off by that Bat Rider and that Orchid that is already picked up from mid one.
A lot of point target that can cause issues for a Weaver.
Very interesting build.
Midas nearly done for Pi.
Yeah, Ace is going for a Shadow Blade next, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, right? Isn't that... It's pretty cool.
All right.
Some innovation. Mid lane, Abed. Trying to proc that Aegis. Hurry away with all that movement speed.
Well, Puppey's going to come back in. Solid assumption. Not quite enough damage. Incredibly speedy, of course, with these Drillman's phase and Yules.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Yards himself out of there. Secret are going to try and invade the jungle. If they can get a catch out of this, they look towards Arbet. Arbet's got the backup event. YapzOr looks for the card. They've got the lasso holding the Weaver in place. And they move straight away onto Envy. Envy gets a chance to time that. They didn't quite have enough lockdown. Envy able to get out for now. They will continue to try and chase. There's the first silence. He's keeping his distance. Flame break knockback. Is down to Puppey. Isn't enough. There's the follow-up. The flame break control from FATA will allow them to pick off Envy. Fnatic, they're getting Abed focused here. GA comes out from Pi. They're trying their best to get Abed out of there. He's been repelled up. The Secret looking to dive in. Slow onto Abed. He does still have the Maledict on him. The right clicks from range from Ace. Bringing him down low. Purification comes out. Keeps Abed alive. Now the turn. They've got the Hex. Out onto the Spirit Bear. And they will take it down the ones. Plus 300 gold, but it's going to cost them the life for Pi.
And they're continuing for more too. Abed and DJ now in trouble.
They're diving the base tip. Secret straight on top of DJ. It's 5 stacks upon him. With the spells already used to try and save Abed, he had no way to help himself out. And now the mid-tier 2 in trouble. Secret pushing in.
Secret was very relentless there with that attack. And this is something we talked about, right? When we saw this Weaver pick, we saw the Night Stalker, we saw that bat. They have at least the silence coming out from that Night Stalker in that nighttime that makes the Weaver very, very hard to play until that Lincoln Sphere is finished up. Yeah, they were able to control Envy long enough.
They really were. As I said, the crucial play was that flame break control from FATA. Just making sure that they can bounce Envy back into a position where Puppey could close the gap.
Yeah, it's like even though they don't really have like crazy lockdown, it's these silences that are so good versus this hero. And they claim themselves a 6k gold lead now after all that. And a 6k experience advantage too. And that was running into the Aegis. They didn't care.
What's Envy going for after the Lincoln Sphere?
He hasn't queued anything up yet.
Okay. Alright, okay, now it goes, the standard stuff, but yeah, it just really feels like with the massive silences, it almost feels like a game where maybe this Weaver's going to have to get a BKB, because there's just so much silence. Sure, you have the Lincoln Sphere to protect you from one, but as soon as they're past that, they have very, very good means to keep you locked down and controlled.
Yeah, it's like he's got the repel, but it's, I mean, this game is very hard for Pi to get in the positioning versus this lineup with all these summons, with the Bear, with the Familiars, with the Dominator creeps.
Because Pi in these fights, you know, realistically, he'd prefer to enable Abed, so Abed can actually just head straight into the middle of the fight and take all the attention away from the rest of his teammates. But as we're seeing, Secret making it very hard for Fnatic to play these coordinated fights as 5.
Mid one's going for a Nullifier next, by the way, too, so straight Orchid into Nullifier for that full disable that he can get from it. And it's good versus the Omninet, of course, being able to purge out that Guardian Angel.
FATA, yeah, with the Invis rune down bottom, may seem to... Let's see if he can set something up. Does have backup coming in. So look to close the gap. They have managed to find the lasso. Straight away off the back of that Invis room, FATA can set up for a kill. They'll turn towards Universe as well. Abed does come in and out. Universe looking to turn. FATA immediately goes for the TP out, but he's not going to make it, of course. Abed with the Yules holds the man in place. So Secret, they may have got Pi, but they'll pay with FATA's life. Good turnaround from Fnatic as Abed comes in. Secret not quite expecting that reaction from the Razor, but they have to be careful because he is incredibly speedy. Very easy for Abed to get into the right place.
Yeah, I'm surprised they actually went for both when there's a Shrine there, right? And also a tier 2. Bit of an overzealous dive. Secret, during all this, they're just continuing to farm up. They lost a little bit of that net worth advantage that they had there, but everyone on their team is getting farmed. It's not just the cores. You see Puppey almost has a Crimson Guard finish. He's getting closer and closer toward it, while YapzOr as well. Spirit Vessel from earlier, almost Ghost Scepter. Well, Pi, sure he has the Midas, but besides that, not a whole lot.
It's, what, 3,800 gold on mid one. He's got the relic money. Another fire is not going to be a lot of fun for Fnatic to play around in these fights if mid one's given the chance to lock down onto a target.
No, he's going to be hitting real hard too. That's the one thing. Like his right clicks are going to really start adding up on this Visage. And he's gone for the Soul Assumption, hits 2 targets. I think this is a really good choice this game because we've seen we saw Abed do the 40% experience game when they were doing like that heavy pushing draft, but versus an Omni Knight with Guardian Angel, right? You want to have all that AoE magic damage that comes out, so pretty neat choice coming out from him. Abed's still very farmed on this Razor though, keeping up pretty close to that Visage, close to the Shiva's Guard.
Ace just going for the full Amiona as his next major item. He's very, very close to having that complete. Envy, he's actually queued up. I said, you know, this is a game where you feel like you kind of need a BKB on the Weaver, and that is what he's going to look towards next. Obviously, does sort of limit what he can do in terms of damage output.
Well, they might find FATA here. They actually saw him for a second, but FATA also caught a glimpse of them, quickly blinks into the trees.
Yeah, he's got the CP ready. Straight out of there. So with the BKB and the Lincoln's build, it feels like, surely if you're Fnatic, you've got to try and keep this game going, but it's going to be so hard to do against Secret's cause, especially this Ace Lone Druid.
Yeah, they're going to lack a lot of damage. Nullifier's finished now for Secret, and they've got the darkness available.
They've got the rat on fire. Straight away, jump in, grab the Omni. Things falling out of control here for Fnatic. As it's got to be frustrating if you're Fnatic, because as I say, you look at the lanes, the lane situation looked perfect. They were able to get the advantage. They were able to make sure that Ace was not getting free farm at the beginning. No, it wasn't. Ace was really struggling in the lane because of the matchups that Fnatic were able to force. But it seems like that's not the answer to deal with Secret, because we're now 27 minutes in, and those matchups, they seem irrelevant now, because Secret's got the lead. Ace is at the top on his lone Druid. If stopping him at that stage of the game doesn't throw this man off his game, what will?
I mean, Secret just looks a lot more... they're all just kind of farming around the map, right? You see, like, Puppey's just been kind of running around. Look, he's got a Crimson Guard with phase boots already on this Night Stalker. 2-0 and 8.
Full Shiva's Guard on Arbed.
Like, playing versus Batrider plus Night Stalker, you always have that fear. You're always just a bit afraid. You split up off the map.
Yeah.
The map's going to be dark constantly. Your board vision is going to be limited because of that darkness constantly. And there's a Batrider, so you're always at risk of getting picked off from that lasso. Secret. They have vision of all of Fnatic, or 3 of Fnatic heroes at the moment now. They're going for a smoke fight. Roche is going to be up too, so they're looking to take a fight.
Managed to take the bear out, but of course Ace will immediately resummon. See if Secret can get anyone off the back of this smoke. High, he's going to be the target. They'll jump in straight away. They can take an Omni out of a team fight.
This guy's so fast. Envy is doing a D-ward at the moment here. High actually buys back for this fight.
I think he feels that, you know, these sort of fights, Secret are just getting away with way too much each and every time. Fnatic have got to try and do something to slow Secret down.
Secret's 5-man is quite terrifying right now, though. They've got a level 18 of Visage, and the Crimson Guard in particular is going to protect a lot versus Fnatic's damage. Fnatic smoke, though. They're making their way into that pit.
Well, they are. Is Secret going to be aware of this? This smoke play.
I think they will be.
Surely they send the Baron out. They're going to know that this is likely okay. Fnatic reveal themselves, the bear comes through. Secret ahead in, Savage wants to throw them back for the time being. They've got the Nullify down onto Universe, but a Repel comes out from Pi. Keeping Universe safe, Universe trying to stay with the impetus. Looks to take down the Familiars. GA comes out as well from Pi. Universe able to slide himself back up to the high ground. Fnatic still all alive for now. Wards in the pit continue to work onto Roshan. Puppey getting focused. The impetus bringing Puppey down low. They've got the Hex and the Shackles for the high ground. DJ looking for the control onto FATA, but it doesn't matter. There's no follow-up damage. FATA will be safe for now. Another flame break, knocking Fnatic back up the hill. FATA starting to stack up the sticky napalm from the sidelines. Puppey's ready to chase down. They'll look towards DJ. DJ turns the Shackles, but he's down. They've got the last. Their Repel comes out, but it doesn't matter. Arbed's just falling 2 down low. The Shrine will be popped, but Arbed has fallen. They've lost 2 on Fnatic. Secret continue to chase for more. They'll get the sticky napalm and Firefly over onto Pi. Ace grabs the double kill. Only Universe and Envy left alive here, and they're just left trying to run themselves back to base, but they've got the gap closer. Linkers has been popped, the silence is onto Envy, he did get the Shikuchi out in time, but Universe won't be as fortunate as the Nullifier flies in. Universe will fall, Fnatic lose 4, Secret barely taking any damage themselves and are now in a perfect position to push. They'll take the tier 2 tower. They're going to look for more here. They know that they've got huge momentum.
Yeah, their team fights is so damn scary. They're all so tanky because of the way that they built and how they've all just constantly been farming. They were able to just, okay, Guardian Angels used, reset the fight, and then they have just such an advantage. We look at the lineups, and it's not this usual traditional where there's lots of stuns on either side. It's very awkward. So when Secret's able to make this fight take longer, get these stickies adding up, they've got much better chase. And now 13k leads, they get the first set of racks. Second one should be claimed as well.
Look at that. The speed that these structures fall. DJ's going to jump in, trying for some sort of a grab to get something off the back of it, but he just can't do it. Ace is out. Envy trying to chase. But Secret, they're just too speedy. They're out of there. The top racks will fall entirely as the range drops as well to the creep. 16k gold lead now for Secret.
Fnatic's damage just seems so limited.
It really does feel that we know that Envy's a fan of the Weaver, but this hero, we certainly sort of see its shortcomings.
Pi walks up into FATA and Puppey. He's dead. They could look to go for that rush now for Secret.
Secret have got a multitude of options really at this stage with the lead that they have.
20-4, 17k lead.
Complete Bloodthorn on mid one.
Oh boy, on.
This is beginning to look pretty brutal, and this is only game one of the best of 5. So I think Fnatic, if anything at this point, may just be thinking through what they can change up as they go on with the rest of the series, because this game one is looking to be quite impossible for them to play themselves back into with the lead that Secret have.
FATA actually just blinks in and forces Envy to use his 10-second BKB instantly. So that BKB that was just purchased, not going to be available for 70. And look at this, FATA's actually just building toward a heart. He's like, they don't have damage. I can just tank up and they can't kill me.
Radiant's bottom shrine is under attack. Radiant's
Shrines for the
bottom
taking for
shrine
Secret.
has fallen.
All the heroes on Secret are actually so tanky. And I don't see Fnatic really, they don't really have the damage to deal with it. They need like everything to go perfectly, but even then, it seems really, really impossible.
Radiant's
Final
bottom
racks.
tower is under attack.
Grouping up toward bottom.
How do Fnatic stop this sort of a push? It just seems that it's the 5-man onslaught that Secret can bring. It's just too strong for Fnatic to just deal with at all.
And Ace's damage is insane right now. I think he has the full Daedalus being delivered in a second too. And I believe YapzOr, is that YapzOr's Aghanims too? Okay, he's just shy of the point boosting. 22k lead. They're looking to close this one out.
Yeah, they are. Into the base they go. Tier 3 tower, Fnatic will fall. Arbed tries to head forward, just at the back of the repel from Pi. But with the tower gone, the racks are exposed. Secret move in. Fnatic, what can they do to stop this? They'll drop the walls down. Looking for Puppey, but Puppey's got the Crimson Guard, flies himself out of the trees. Envy will put the BKB, but they've lost DJ. Arbed gets lassoed. They have the control from FATA. The right click remains for too much as Arbed will fall. Pi's back immediately. Envy trying to man fight up on a YapzOr, but the Crimson Guard just alleviating any of the damage that this BKB Lincoln Sweeper can do at this stage of the game. The GA comes out, but Pi gets nuked down by the Soul Assumption. Mid one with a double kill. GG is called. Game one is well and truly over as Secret take the lead here in this best of 5 grand finals in game one. It just fell apart so quickly. The lanes, it looked like Fnatic. They had something smart going on, but Secret, they were just ready to turn things around as soon as they wanted to. Sort of 10 minutes in, the fights came together.